Daniel, it's lovely to meet you this morning. Thank you very much for coming to see us.
You're most welcome.
Very interested in what Wunderman are up to on an acquisition basis at the moment, having acquired, 35 different interactive and analytic agencies over the last 7 years. What are you going to get your checkbook out for next, and where?
Oh my God, you have to go back to my good friend Sir Martin Morel for that. I don't know if I have an open checkbook anymore because we acquired quite a few, but and we've been quite successful doing so. You see, the industry has changed immensely over the past 5-7 years, so it's very difficult for a large network, any large network, to quickly have the resource immediately available globally to serve all the global clients. So the only way to do it is to acquire. You know, as I say, we've been quite successful at it, but it's not a game for just about anybody. Cultural elements, discipline elements, it's a bit like herding cats from time to time, but we've been good at it. We acquire some knowledge of how to do it best. What I try to do is try not to play too much with human DNA. It's very difficult. So we try to keep those companies not independent, but great respect for the creative product, the way they do business, and we found that it really turbocharged our revenue and the servicing to our clients. So overall, we'll continue to do so. Again, as you say, data, analytic, and more on the content creation side.
If you were going to fast forward 5 years, how do you think Wunderman will have pushed the boundaries by then?
Oh my God, fast forward 5 years. That's always a difficult question. You know, it's really interesting because the industry goes by in sequence. I mean, 2000, 2005 was slow, okay? After the bubble exploded, then everybody could wake up in the morning feeling in control, very much in control. And then 2005, 2010, everything started running very, very fast again. And you know, sometimes people wake up in the morning thinking, I must have forgotten something, I just don't know exactly what. And somebody must be breathing on my neck, but I'd like to find out who. And so the next 5 years, I think, will be probably in between what we saw in 2000, 2005 and 2005, 2010. I see digital continuing, of course, and mobile. This year, 2011, a third of the world population will have a smartphone. So a third of the world population could do wonderful things, such as connecting to the internet directly. And most of the people who are carrying this device in their pocket, their first experience with the digital world will be through that very personal device, which is a bit of a miracle for people coming from the direct industry like myself, where now you have the very personal way to access a person, because usually you don't have 10 people looking at a cell phone. You know exactly when people are doing it, and you know where they are. So you have the magic combination of the location, the time, and the personal aspect of it. So I have great desire to find more and more clients wanting to do things on that mobile platform. We have clients such as Microsoft and Nokia who are right in the thick of it, but I'm very excited about that device, and I hope creative people will spend time to learn how to manufacture communication pieces for that piece of hardware.
Yeah. And your Wunderman is in a great place with the data and metadata to be able to do much more personalized communications.
I'm so glad you said that. We are just exactly the right place. So somehow we're lucky. No, the importance of data and the importance of, when I was talking to people on the in the media industry, colleagues from Microsoft and Google and Yahoo, and when you tell them, you know, you guys from the technology side of the business, and they're telling you, we're not from the technology side of the business. We are data and media aggregator. So it's interesting. So everybody is now seeing data as the entry point to communicate with the customer. So yes, we are in the right place, I would say, with that background of data.
To be able to push boundaries means that you need to train, develop, educate the next generation coming through Wunderman. What are you guys up to in that respect?
What we did at Wunderman, I think it's quite innovative. We, instead of waiting for the people to graduate, we have started a program with 15 different universities around the world, in Singapore, China, UK, US, Germany, where we start talking to them at the end of high school, when they are entering college, the first year. And what Z Academy does is bring them in at a very early stage in an apprenticeship type of thing, where they learn from a master and they are in direct contact with the business, in direct contact with our clients. They come back the following year. We rotate them in various markets, Singapore, Hong Kong, London, and we should never stop doing that, because if you have to recruit between 500 to 700 people every year, you cannot be tentative about it. You have to put in place a system where you can bring people, make them knowledgeable about our industry, bring them in, be excited about our business, because we're constantly being challenged, people coming, taking our people, rotating them. So, what Z Academy does is to get them a sort of a quick entry into our business, give them a taste of what communication industry can be, and the hope that they will come back and stay with us.
If you had one piece of advice to give the students going into Z Academy, what would that advice be?
Usually what I bring is I bring only the senior people to Cannes. I mean, it's like exchanging ideas and talking about strategy. And this year I decided we're bringing 40 youngsters, people that have been in our company between 2 and 5 years. And we're taking a chance. We're telling them, come to Cannes, and be curious.
To take chances is fantastic, and it's something that probably is quite core for you about taking chances. What's the greatest chance you've taken, apart from personally with your Harley Davidson and skiing and things? What's the greatest chance you've taken?
Oh, you heard about the Harley Davidson, right? I still want to belong to the board of Harley Davidson. That would be the crowning moment of any advertising career. I think it's such a wonderful, wonderful brand. When you tattoo the brand of your forearm, I mean, talk about brand loyalty, and there's nothing more rewarding than for a brand having that done. WPP is a large company, so and we have many people, and we're responsible toward a large number of shareholders and pension funds. So we try not to take chances, but from time to time, yes, you have to take a bit of chances in order to get a larger reward, of course. So when people were not present in China, we're in China, Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam. So those were not obvious market to start, 5-7 years ago, because they had no infrastructure. And I'm happy we did it. Middle East, the same thing as well. These are young population, and somehow you have to bet on the growth of those markets, and believing that eventually you'll come out okay.
Daniel, thank you very much indeed.
It's me. Thank you very much. Thank you. Best of luck.